Let me tell you a little bit about the no-nos I would look for if I'm dating. Now, these might not apply to you and what you're looking for, but for me, they do. One of them is your Filipina becoming westernized? Are you ruining it for everybody else here? We're going to talk about that right now. Hi, Lonely Bull. It's jjthelonelybullinasia here in BGC, Bonifacio Global City in Metro Manila, and just enjoying life here in my condo. I wanted to get this video out because I was thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for quite a while. You know, I've been in a relationship now with a girl, and she lives with me, and we've been together now for over a year, and it's been absolutely great. Before that, I did a lot of dating before I found the right one. And when I say dating, I did that whole dating scene where I spent a lot of money and went to the clubs and went to expensive restaurants and bars. Because back then, my first year here, I was working and making a really good US salary. And so I had a lot of expendable income here that I could do that. I could afford to do those things. And I had a lot of fun. But when I dated for relationships. I didn't date just to bounce from one girl to the other, one Filipina to the other. I dated with a purpose, and that purpose was to find a girlfriend and find something long term. Now, it didn't work out for that first year until I met Jen, and now things are good. But the girls I dated the first year I was here, I dated for, anywhere from, a couple of dates, maybe just one date, and it just didn't click, to, several dates, even dating for, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month or 2 months. But it wasn't until this past year where I found the one that checked all those boxes, in other words. So, and I'm going to stick around because I'm going to go through some of the red flags and some of the no-nos that I look at when I was looking at dating, and we'll see if they match yours. But dating's different now, and it's gotten different over the last year, even since I've been here. I've been here just over 2 years, and like I said, I came here for work, so I was making good money. And then when my job ended and I retired, my income went down, so I'm making less money than I was before, about half, but I'm still very comfortable. And I save with my budget and my expenses here. I have a lot of extra money left over, so I can do traveling. I can travel to other Southeast Asian countries, once or twice a year, maybe even 3 times a year. I can buy more equipment for my YouTube channel, which is what I want to do. But over the last year, I've noticed just from friends and dating. The friends that have been dating and things, that things have changed here. Things aren't as they were when I first moved here as far as the dating scene. And I think Filipinas are becoming westernized, especially here in the city, especially here in BGC and Metro Manila. They seem to be becoming westernized, and it's not just through social media, but it's the foreigners and the expats that are coming here dating. They are lifting up the Filipina. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving your girl, some extra things, and my girlfriend and I, we go out to eat, we do different things, but we don't go to the extravagance as what I'm seeing from other expats when they're dating. And I'm talking about first or second dates, what they're doing. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this too. They're spending a lot of money. They're spending a whole lot of money on these girls, taking them to Greenbelt and Makati and buying them, new shoes and new purses and very expensive items on a first date or a second date, because what they're doing, they're becoming transactional relationships is what it is. They're buying that relationship because they're coming in and they're seeing that, oh, this girl is gorgeous. Maybe I need to keep her, so I'll throw money at her in order to do that. Well, what's happening is she's posting these things on her Facebook, on her Instagram, and social media, and that's going out to all her friends. Her friends are seeing this, and so they're thinking, "Oh, I could do the same thing with my boyfriend, or the guy that wants to go out with me on a first date. Why not? You know, if the guy is gullible enough to spend that much money on a first date, why wouldn't they?" I'm saying is don't do it. If you're a guy and you're here, just be a little cautious. You know, go slow your roll a little bit, and don't go extravagant on her on the first or second date. Wait until you know for sure that she's the one, because if you think she's the one, you're throwing money at her at the beginning. She might not be the one. The reason may be because you're throwing that money at her. That's the reason why she's with you. So just a word of caution, be careful when you're doing those things. Don't get into those transactional relationships. You know, don't spend a lot of money up front. Wait until you know for sure, and then you can start spending that money on her. You know, taking her shopping and buying those expensive things, and taking her on international trips or trips around the country or whatever. You know, you can do those things. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do that too. Most Filipina are happy just being with you and just getting the essentials and just the basics. Just make her happy that way, because what they're looking for is love, security, faithfulness. Those are the three main things they're looking for. And if they're a single mom, they're looking for somebody that, hey, maybe this guy is a good guy and we can be together long term, and he can help me with my daughter or my son or whatever. You know, he can help take care of him too. You know, they just want a family. You know, and most of these Filipinas, these single moms, their father, the kid's father is not around. He's not in the picture. So if they're dating you and they love you and they want that security, they're looking at you to actually be that father figure also. So if that's not your thing, then don't, you know, bypass that, but don't lead them on. Don't lead them on. So my first year here in BGC, you know, I came down here in March of 2022, and I worked for a couple of months before I started dating. I got here, I hired my team, and worked pretty hard to get things up and running, and then I finally had a little bit of free time on weekends and stuff. So I started dating, and I got on dating sites and met some girls, and some girls reached out to me on these dating sites, and I dated all ages, all the way up into their 50s. And they've all been great, but they just didn't check all those boxes that I was looking for. So like I said before, some of these girls were just a 1 or 2 date, some were a week or two, some were a month or two. They were all fantastic. None of them were transactional. I mean, we'd go to nice places and I would pay. I would buy them a nice dinner. We would go someplace like a Dr. Wine, get drinks. I would pay for that. Go to Makati, to the Royal, which is one of the clubs there in Makati. You know, I would buy the drinks there because that's just how I am. I just want to, if I'm taking a girl out, if I ask her out, I'm going to pay for it. That's the way I work. But I'm not going to take them on extravagant shopping sprees or international travel or travel all around the country on my dime if I just met them and we don't know each other. Now, there's a couple of girls that I dated where we got along really well, and we dated for, you know, a week or a month or 2 months, and we did do some traveling. We went to Siquijor, to the island there, and was on the beach there. We went to Iloilo or down to Tagaytay or whatever. But we did those trips after I got to know them a while, but it wasn't anything right off the bat, and definitely didn't have them move in right off the bat. That's the big no-no. But you can see in the pictures that the girls I dated were of different ages. They were all just beautiful. We had a great time. None of it was transactional, and they're all fantastic women. And you know, I appreciate all of them, and I respect all of them. And we just had our time. It just wasn't meant to be as far as long distance or you know, long-term relationships. But that led me to checking all the boxes where I am at now, and that's why I'm with who I'm with. because she checks all my boxes, and hopefully I check her boxes too, and we can get along really well. And things are pretty good with us right now. Just over a year together, but I tell you, I did have some fun that first year I was here. I did a lot of dating and a lot of soul searching, but we had our moments with the women I was with. So it was fun, and they were all beautiful. They're all fantastic ladies. So let me tell you a little bit about the no-nos I would look for if I'm dating. Now, these might not apply to you and what you're looking for, but for me they do. One of them is excessive tattoos. If I see a girl and she's got tattoos, especially in more private areas like down her chest or other areas, that to me is a no-no. And I just, for some reason, I'm just not a big, now small tattoos are okay, but boy, little goes a long way for me. If they get excessive and they're, you got sleeves and they're all down their legs, to me that's just ruining God's art. The canvas of a female body is perfect the way it is, so why ruin it? That's just my feeling, but that's my first no-no. Second no-no is if they're excessively on TikTok and Instagram, and if you see them all the time and they're doing selfies and doing TikTok videos and they're posting and they've got a lot of followers and they're all male followers, that's a big no-no or red flag for me. Selfies are a big no-no. If they have a Facebook page or an Instagram page and all their followers and all their friends are male, and especially if they're male from different countries, that's a huge no-no. That's a huge red flag. Run away as quickly and as far as you can. Another big red flag is if in their profile pictures they're showing very sexy, bikini or underwear or clad pictures like that. That's a huge red flag too. You should know that that's probably not the girl. Think about it this way. If you wouldn't take her home to meet your mother or your daughter, you probably shouldn't look at a long-term relationship with her. Now, if you're just looking for just something short-term and transactional, these might be the girls for you. Another thing is if their YouTube channel, if they have a YouTube channel and it's more like a OnlyFans channel, that's a big red flag as well, because you see a lot of these Filipinas that have YouTube channels and all their followers are male and they're all expats, they're all foreigners, they're probably not even here, they're probably over in the West somewhere, but they're following her because all she does is talk about dirty, sexy, naughty things, and that's a big red flag. Now, you may get your jollies off watching it, but don't ever think that you should be in a long-term relationship with that kind of girl, because that's not going to work. You're just going to be jealous, and it's not going to end well. So those are my no-nos. Those are my red flags. But I just wanted to pass this along about being careful to not uplift your Filipina girlfriend too much. I mean, yeah, wait until you understand and know where she is in your life and that you're sure you've got a long-term relationship with her. Then you can start spending that money on her if that's your choice. But man, just don't do it on a first or second date or even a third date, because you just don't know. And it's going to ruin it for everybody else. I'm guaranteeing it. It's going to ruin it for everybody else. But just be careful out there, guys. And if you want to know a little bit more about dating in the Philippines, check out this video up here. And if you want to know more about living in BGC, you can check out the video down below. And until next time, mabuhay, live life, my friend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.